Hello everyone, and welcome back to Skyblock episode 19. As always, I am SandToise, and I'm really glad you guys are here to check out the video today. Let's just jump right into things. So to get started for today, I want to set up the bee farm I mentioned wanting to make last time. And I've kind of got my little setup area over here, just this double chest that I'm going to have some hoppers flow into. The annoying thing about bee farms is that they're kind of frustrating to make. Especially if you want honey bottles and not honeycombs. Because the honeycomb farms are really pretty easy. You just need shears and a dispenser. But the honey bottle ones, you have to put honey bottles in dispensers, and the honey bottles go back into the dispenser. So you kind of need like a filtering system depending on how you do it. It's a whole mess, drives me crazy. But I'm going to set one up over here, and hopefully we'll be able to get a nice little system going. Basically, I have to make a hopper locking system, which is not too difficult, but it is just kind of annoying. But it's just a little redstone device that will lock the hopper right here, or actually the one above it, and it'll prevent the honey bottles, or it'll prevent regular bottles from traveling through the dispenser, but it'll let honey bottles go through. So you guys will see what that looks like once I get this little system set up. But basically, I'm gonna set up the system before I put the bee nest in, just because they usually can be a little finicky with the bees. We don't know like if they'll try and escape. Plus, it's just easier to get the system in place before I try and start getting everything squared away. So I just need to go in here and do a repeater. Yeah, it's facing the right way. And then redstone dust up on this block there. I'll probably get a little bit of a spot to stand on. There we go. Let's just put a torch down as well. Just right there. Perfect. Can I jump? No, I can't. Okay, there we go. And then all I have to do now is get a comparator, just like that. Perfect. And then on that block, I want to put the hopper facing into the comparator. And this is where the dispenser is going to go. It's going to be on top of this block here. So let's just come to the side like that. And we want the dispenser facing kind of to our right. As you can see, it's locked in there right now, but we're going to get it out. We want it facing this way, like that. Cool. And so right here is where we're going to put the nest. But we're going to make, I think, 2 of these little bee systems. And I'm going to separate each one by a block, I think. Just do a little block in the middle just to separate things. But, I want them generally to be kind of in the same area. But having them separated will look it'll prevent the redstone from doing anything weird. And we don't really need a lot of these, so I can just do 2 and separate them, and it'll be fine. All right, so we just need to mark out that this area is going to be the divide between them. There we go. Nice and safe. And then we just have to get a little bit of the redstone squared away still, so let's come up here and do that. So this is where the beehive is going to go. For right now, I'll just put a slab there just to be temporary. But basically, I just want to go behind here and go 3 blocks and then 3 blocks like that. And then get back up onto the little platform I made myself. So there we go, just like this. And then we're going to need another comparator because beehives exude a certain amount of redstone strength when there's honey in them. So if we put a comparator there, we can only trigger the dispenser when there's enough honey for it to be, collected, right? So hopefully, once we put bottles in there and everything, get all our flowers and stuff on dirt, this system will be, ready to work. Let's actually set up a torch on top of that. My goodness, I really just did not make getting up onto this block convenient. We just want to set up a torch up there real quick. while I make a second one of these little systems. And we can leave this block here actually because it's going to be the same kind of spot, but we just want to basically get another dispenser and hopper system set up, kind of with the same block structure as we did with this one. This is just going to let us get, two bees or two beehives in kind of the same area. We could do more, and there's more condensed versions you could do of this farm, but they kind of rely on you having a lot of glass bottles constantly. This one isn't going to break if we forget to put glass bottles in it at one point. So I think it's just a little bit more efficient. It can be a little finicky as well. I think honey bottle bee farms always are, but I prefer this kind of version to the other kind that you can make. So I just need to make a staircase. I don't know why I haven't done that already, but I'm gonna do it now. There we go. And then let's get the dispenser in right here. Actually, let's get the hopper clock built first. I'll come back to the recording once I get that, extra one complete. But hopefully we can get this scored away and then start actually getting the bees in. Oh yeah, so I was getting more hoppers and I completely forgot. We have a new pet on the Skyblock Island. The villagers spawned a cat, so you are now looking at our first Skyblock cat, Missile Launcher. I felt like it was a very fitting name for a cat. So now she is sitting over there to protect us from any creepers that might spawn. Hopefully, I've lit everything up, so that shouldn't happen, but just in case, it's always good to have a little friend to help us out there. So I just got a few more hoppers because I just need to get this chest system kind of like set up here. So as you can see, we just want the hoppers to kind of flow down into the chest we have. So everything gets collected in the right spot. And then I just need another repeater and redstone torch just to finish that last hopper clock. Or not hopper clock, hopper lock, excuse me. Okay, so now that we have kind of just a basic collection system set up, we're going to need to get the bees in. And I'm going to want to kind of enclose this area a little bit better, just to prevent any bees from escaping, obviously. We're also going to need to set up our flowers and such. And I kind of want this to be as much of a farm as it is kind of a little bit of a decorative kind of area. I want like a big glass open spot. And obviously, as you can see the flowers, you can see the bees. I want to try and hide some of this redstone a little bit, just to make things look a little nicer. Because I think that'll help the farm look a lot better. But I do want, grass kind of on top of these hoppers over here. And then we'll put some like wool or something in front of the dispensers and just get everything squared away so it doesn't look nearly as redstone-y. I guess I need to cover this up, but we just want to make it look a little bit nicer. But first, let's get the dirt that we need, as well as the grass block, because I want the grass to spread. So if I can get one of those grass blocks and then come over here and grab a little bit of dirt, we can just get a nice area like that set up, as well as a glass kind of enclosure for the bees so that they have, oh man, okay, well I'll get that later. So they have a lot of area to kind of roam around in, just make it feel a little bit more natural than just a very tight, cramped farm. It will be less efficient, but I can wait. I'm going to be AFK this world every once in a while, so I can usually get a good amount of items just from waiting for stuff. I don't know how I'm making the staircase. It's not good, but there we go. Just do that. Let's come over here and let's put the dirt kind of like maybe putting it around just like this. We don't really need to do it around because the hives are going to be mostly just right here. But let's get a grass block in just, oh, well, that's going to go through there. It's fine. Let's get our grass block like that. And we should be almost good to go once I get some bees. but I basically want to block up this block, this middle section, because the hives will go right there and there. So we'll block here, here, and then here, and then let's get just dirt all around the edges, because I think it looks nicer if we make it just a little bit wider, I guess. Maybe just to there, kind of on these edges over here. Yeah, I think that looks nice. It's nothing crazy, but just a nice little bee enclosure. And then we'll just encase this all in glass, except for the really ugly part right here. I think I'll use actually trapdoors to cover up these sides, like some nice spruce trapdoors, because I think those look really good. 12 is probably plenty. Let's put the rest of these logs back. Let's go back over and just see where we can put some trapdoors to make things look a little bit nicer. I do worry that the redstone is going to trigger the trapdoors, which could be really, really annoying, but it'll be fine. There we go. Let's see, if we remove this comparator for a second, and we were to just put a redstone torch. So if it does make the trapdoors... Oh, I gotta lock the hoppers. I completely forgot there's a specific way you actually have to lock them so that nothing will go through, and I completely forgot to do it. I think it's this hopper. Yes, this hopper. So basically you have to put 18 items in before any others. So just get 18 items in, and then you're going to save this last slot for the honey bottles, and we have to do this for both of the hoppers, just to make sure that everything goes like in properly and locks. So let's come back over here and actually do that. I just forget that you have to do that all the time, but if I didn't do that, it would not work. So make sure that if you're going to do this, you do that. There we go. So now, once we start producing honey bottles, stuff will lock in that hopper and go through it properly. So let's get these. I like the little trapdoors in the corner like we have over here. I think it looks kind of nicer than just having the dispenser exposed. And then I think if we do glass here, and then a block or like glowstone there, I think that'll be really nice. So maybe something like this, kind of go around this way, just cover all the sides. Hopefully we can get everything squared away properly. Okay, so now that's enclosed with glass. I think I want to put glowstone right here, and let's actually replace that comparator so I don't forget. Oops. There we go. All right, so I'll put glowstone right here, and then I think we're going to want to make sure that the bees can get over the top just in case the hives spit them out this back part, just because it can get a little finicky. So actually, it might be the move to make the dirt go all the way around just so they can get back, but also I don't love the look of it. So it's kind of frustrating to decide, but I think making it go all the way around is probably the best bet, just in case the bees need to get back and they get spit out into the redstone. We don't want them to get stuck over there. We'd rather them just, travel along the edge to get back. So I'm going to just make sure that we have that all squared away. Then I will try and, start getting the bees in here. All right, so I really like this little trapdoor setup. I think it makes it look really nice. I'm definitely going to need to get more, obviously, and light up this area before I forget, or else stuff is going to spawn here and I'm going to look like a fool. We need that grass to spread really, but looks like it's going to be really slow, so we're going to have to wait a bit before any of that's going to happen. That's not too bad, it'll be fine. We'll get it to spread at some point, but I want to get more of those trapdoors because I think they look really nice. They look a lot nicer than I thought they were gonna. I kind of want to get them on every little bit of the redstone there. So let me just get a bunch of trapdoors because we need a lot. Alright, so we've got that fully enclosed, and we're going to need to put a roof on this at some point, obviously, and fully enclose this class area. But as you can see, we've got this nice little thing. I really hope the redstone doesn't make the trapdoors trigger, because it's just going to look really weird if a bunch of trapdoors are firing all at once when the redstone current passes through, but hopefully it will be okay. I'm going to put a glowstone block, I think, there, and I do light sources pass through trapdoors, because if they do, we can do a lot of cool stuff with that and just hide some of the lighting behind the the trapdoors. If not, we can just put it in the glass, but I think it would be really neat to like have something, where can I put something, like there, like in the middle, obviously, and then does that block it off? I don't know. I think it doesn't, but who knows. There we go, and then once we get the hives in, we'll put another trapdoor on top and all that. I want to make sure that this block they can't spawn to. I think we need to make sure that they can only come out in a certain direction, but it should be okay. Let's see. All right. Looks fine to me. And then I guess we want to put another light source or something right here. Is there anything behind this trapdoor here? No. So we should just be able to pop a glowstone block right in there. Hopefully that will hide some of the redstone. And then I guess in the corners we can just put another piece of glowstone, because that looks kind of nice. So hopefully this farm will be lit up enough for the grass to spread more and the bees to start populating it. We're going to have to move the little hive area that I made in the last episode, I think, to where this is now, but that shouldn't be too much work. And this is way bigger for the amount of bees I'm putting in this farm. You know, this is a huge, huge area, only 2 hives and like a ton of glass and dirt, but like I said, I kind of want it to be a fixture rather than just a farm that we make for resources. I kind of want it to look decently nice, decently like, oh, look at this nice little glass area that we've put in our Skyblock Island. So I think that's kind of my mentality behind this. I'm going to need more glass, definitely, but this is a good start for now, which is it's always good. So let's get that out. Oh, well, it's fine. We're going to lose it. We can put cobblestone like that, I think. Let's just get that glass back. Eventually we need to put a roof on it. I think we're going to just make most of it glass. And then do like trapdoors or something. Or, I don't know. Figure it out. I think glass is probably the move, though. We'll go glowstone there, and then just do a glass roof. I think that looks pretty nice. And I'm obviously going to need way more glass. So I'm going to sleep, trade with the villagers, and then hopefully have enough glass to finish off this roof. Alright, so I put in the glass roof, and I realized I need to be able to access the dispensers. So I am going to have to make a way to actually get into that middle area so I can put more glass bottles inside them. So I think I'll just make a ladder up the corner here, and then just change one of the middle blocks to a trapdoor instead of the glass, just so I can make sure I can get to those dispensers, because I am going to need to if I want to replace the glass bottles. And also just to run maintenance and stuff in the future, and to get the bees into the farm, I need to be able to make sure I can get to that center area. So let's just put these ladders all along this little bit there. I made too many, as usual, but it's no non-issue. So let's just break. Ooh, that goes straight down. Okay. We need to put a block there. Cool. Actually, I think we need them out because we can't get to the dispensers otherwise. So frustrating. All right, so we need to make sure we can get to these 2 dispensers for the glass bottles. So that's how that's going to work. And then let's just put another piece of glass right here. Get us some ladders going all the way up. Or actually, let's put the trapdoor at the top there. The neat thing about trapdoors is you can actually use them as ladders. I think it's a neat little functionality that they added to them. So that's squared away there. One thing we do need to do actually is get some glass bottles, or honey bottles, because to trigger the locking mechanism, we need to actually have honey bottles available, which I completely forgot about doing. So I'm just going to make the rest of this glass into honey bottles, or to bottles, and then get as much honey as I can. I don't think that's going to be that much because I've only got one beehive producing, I think. Can't remember if I put a second one in, but we'll go see right now. I'm also going to need a campfire just to protect myself. I guess we just want to grab this beehive once this bee goes back into it. I'd also like to breed a few more, but it doesn't look like they're going to be letting us do that. Let's see if we can't get this guy to breed with another one that comes out of there. Alright, never mind. It's fine. Guess we'll just wait until it's time to move these beehives, and then we'll figure out a better way to get the more bees. But for right now, let's just go back to the dispensers and put this first honey bottle in. It's going to be real slow going at first, evidently, but that's okay. Bees are a very slow kind of farm. Thankfully, we don't need a lot of honey right now, so that should get locked in there, and then we'll need to fill up that one with another one. Alright, so that chest is still empty, which is good. It means the lock is somewhat working. And I wonder if we can't start putting a few flowers down on these grass blocks. We don't need a ton, where, the bees only need a little bit of area to go through, but I do want to decorate the kind of whole entire area. I think it'll look nice, but that grass still has a while to spread. Alright everyone, so I'm back. So I think where I'm going to put the sugarcane is behind the bee farm over here. Not super organized or anything. I think just a good spot to put it. And basically, I'm going to set it up so we have a minecart track going along these hoppers along this way, and then we're going to put dirt blocks or whatever on top, put the sugarcane behind it, and we're going to be able to set up our farm just like that. So what I'm going to do is go back over here, and I'm going to need to get some more dirt. I'm running a bit low, as you can see, but I'm also going to need some cobblestone stairs and observers and pistons and all that. So I need a lot of redstone stuff. So I'm just going to try and get as many pistons as I can really quick. See how many that is. Looks like 11, but I can definitely get more if I just get a little bit more cobblestone, so I'll do that. And then I'm going to get enough observers to match. I know because I'm going to need a lot of cobblestone just because I'm going to make a lot of observers and pistons, so might as well just get a really good amount there. Alright, oh, that's way too many. Okay. Let's do pistons instead. Let's do, yeah, 20 pistons is good. And then we can do observers. We don't need that many. Let's just get 20 to match with the pistons that we've gotten. There we go. Put the rest of our quartz in the chest for now. But that's a good start there. 20 pistons and 20 observers. We're probably going to need more redstone soon, but for now we've got enough to keep us going. We use this cobblestone for our minecart, so we need 20 total blocks to travel along. We've got 2 right here. I want to get some more hoppers to feed into that chest just so we have a little bit more collection from the minecart. So let me just get 2 more hoppers. Okay, so that's 4 blocks, so we basically just need to place 16 more blocks right along this kind of area here. We don't want to have a little bit of space here on the edge, I think. Don't want it to get kind of like too busy over there, so I think if we just have it like this, we'll be good. And, because we have this corner, I could curve it, but I think I'm just going to leave it how it is. I think it would look a little weird curved, but we do have 4 extra blocks, so we might want to just go like this, and then make a curved sugarcane farm. Not like we really need to do this, but it's kind of neat. And then this block over here will just be an extra space. There we go. All right. So that's our starting sugarcane farm. And we're going to put rails on top of all of this, but for now, let's just light it up. Okay, so we've got our rails, so we just want to put some of those right in the middle there. And then we just want to make sure we've got power rails kind of spaced along, just so the minecart will, be able to travel back and forth automatically. Let's just make sure that we've got powered rails, especially coming over here to the corner. We want to make sure that our minecart is able to travel along its path properly. And at the end, or at either end, we're just going to put these blocks so that the minecart will bounce back, right? So there we go. So now all we have to do is set up the dirt on top, and this is going to be where we're going to put the sugarcane. So we just have to basically go along the whole path here. Oops. And get a place for the sugarcane. Now we are going to need more cobblestone stairs because of the curve that I made, but that's okay. We should be fine. So let's see. There we go. Looks like that works nicely. And actually, this corner one. No, we can leave that corner one. Never mind. I thought we wouldn't be able to use it, but we will. So that's good. Let me get a little bit more stairs, and then I will go put the stairs in their proper places and show you guys kind of how we grow the sugarcane. Okay, so now that we're here back at this back area, we need to place the stairs facing into the blocks like this, right? So the reason we're doing this is we're going to want to put water buckets in each of these stair blocks and fill all of them up. And this is going to, allow the sugarcane to be planted on these blocks that we have here. There we go. So just like that, basically. And then we are going to have to light this up so that mobs won't spawn. So let's quickly just throw a couple torches down. I need to get more, clearly, but it's a good start for now. There we go. Okay, so we've got this set up. So now what we need to do is put in all of this water. That's going to take a little bit, but shouldn't be too bad. We can just make a quick infinite water source right here and then destroy it once we're done. Let's just have that built. Let me go grab 2 water buckets so that I can set this up, and then we will be in business to finish off the redstone component. Let's grab 2 water buckets and let's grab some water. Alright, so basically I just have to go in and fill every single one of these stairs in with water, so it's not super fast or super exciting, but getting it done is going to let us plant our sugarcane, and then we are going to be able to put the redstone in. So it's just a process, basically. Kind of get systematic, just go through. Alright, so all of the water has been taken care of. So now, all that really is left for us to do is actually put a ring around this edge here. Kind of want to make sure it looks nice, and we're going to put glass, probably, on top of this, kind of like we did with the bee farm. But getting a lot of glass is a bit of a challenge, so it's not something I'm going to do right away. Alright, so there we go. So that is taken care of. And now what I have to do is basically go on top of all of these stairs and put cobblestone. Alright, since that is now in place, I can put the pistons that we got, right, and put those on top. And this is going to be what's pushing the sugarcane and breaking it. Got to be really careful with that edge there. Do not want to fall. So that should just be fine like that. I kind of want this one to be the one that pushes this block like that, and not this one. I think it's just going to look a little bit nicer. So let's just have this row all the way filled in. Hopefully I don't run out of pistons. I need one more piston, it seems. Okay, that's fine. Let me go get that real quick, and then I'll get one more observer as well, just so everything matches up, and then I'll be ready to finish everything off. Okay, so the last piston is now in place, and basically for this next step, I just gotta go back around here, put blocks on the back of all these pistons, and then I'm gonna have to place observers on the front looking into the sugarcane, where I'm gonna put the sugarcane. So let me show what that is gonna look like. It's basically gonna be facing that way, like this, on top of all these pistons. And this is going to trigger when the sugarcane grows, right? The observers are going to fire, and then we're going to put a redstone dust on the back of each of them. That's going to activate the pistons. Whoops. So just go along this way, and just like that. Perfect. As you can see, all the little faces are on the outside, and then all that remains to be done is put a bunch of redstone behind these observers. And the nice thing is we don't actually have to fill in this corner, so these will fire independently. It's not really any big benefit to doing that or any big change, but it's just kind of nice knowing that these and these won't fire at the same time. I think it's kind of neat. But there we go. So that is set up. And then what I just want to do is just throw some bottom slabs on top of these. You can never be too careful. So let's just get everything squared away like that, and we'll be in business. Okay, so the last thing I need to do is make sure I've got a light source in here before I glass everything up, just to make sure that, during the nighttime the sugarcane can still grow, but also that no mobs are going to be able to spawn in here. So I just need to go grab some more glowstone, I think we will use, and then I'll just put a roof on top, and we're going to be in business. This farm will be fully completed, and obviously I'll have to put the sugarcane in and get this minecart, but other than that it will be entirely complete. So let's go get ourselves some more glowstone. I don't think I have a ton left, so I have to be a little careful with my usage. I have to use it very sparingly. We have none left. Unless, I have shroom lights. We'll use shroom lights instead of pistons. Alright, so we will use these shroom lights as our light source, and I'll probably need more glass, so I'm going to go get some of that as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to put these shroom lights right where they belong. I have one at the ends down there, and then I'll go 4 blocks, 5 blocks, I guess, before I place another one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 blocks between those two works for me. Alright, so now I'm just going to put glass on the roof. I think making this part glass looks really nice. Alright, and there we go. So that is our sugarcane area fully filled up, and now we just got to put some sugarcane in, and then we're going to put the minecart at the bottom. But let's get some sugarcane. Should be enough if we just break a few of these. There we go. 28 is more than enough for our purposes. Let's come back over here and fill this up. So we're just going to want to put sugarcane on each one of these. And, so yeah, as you can see, once you grow it to a certain height, the observers will fire and trigger the pistons. But for now, we're just going to let it grow on its own, and which is, what we want. Let's actually, is it kind of dark? Nah, it looks fine. Okay. Now, let's just put the glass back where it belongs, like so, and boom, there we go. Sugarcane farm, the main farm part is complete. All that we have to do now is get the minecart in, which is not going to be too much work. Probably just going to go over here and slide it in. So let's just make a little bit more of a pathway, like so, and then we'll put the minecart here, but let's first encase the bottom area in glass, because I think it looks really nice. So let's just make a nice little glass pathway like this. So now all that we have to do is get a minecart and one more hopper and just nudge it onto this rail system here, and then break this rail and just put a block there. So not too much work that we have to do. Let me just go get that minecart and hopper, and then hopefully our sugarcane farm will be operational. Alright, so let me just come right over here, slide that hopper in there, and then boom. We'll just get rid of this block here, make sure not to fall in that hole, and there we go. Oopsie. Looks like did not work on this side apparently. That's weird. Normally they just bounce back. I don't know why it didn't. Huh. Okay. So this is going to be a troublesome little upper minecart system apparently, but that's fine. Okay, so I moved the powered rails. Hopefully we can just slide this minecart onto the track this time, and it's just going to work. So let's see. There we go. Okay, so it does need the powered rails on the ends of the system. Forgot that was a thing that you needed to do, but there we go. Our automatic sugarcane farm is now fully functional. We basically just have to be patient at this point, wait for it to start producing some sugarcane. But that is another farm for us completed. So I'm pretty happy with it. It's a very simple farm, pretty effective though. Not a lot we have to do, and this is basically the same model we'd use for like a bamboo farm in the future if we were going to make one of those. Right now, you know, that's not a priority, so we're just going to stick with the sugarcane, and we don't have any bamboo. But hopefully we'll start seeing some sugarcane accumulate in this chest in the future, but that will be in a little bit. Looks like we're starting to get a little bit of honey. It's very slow, which doesn't surprise me. You know, bees and bee farms are very, very slow, but you know, the dispensers have bottles in them, so they'll be working for a while, and I'll probably need to AFK at some point and just get more honey and sugarcane. But there we go. There are two nice farms for our new Skyblock world, a nice looking bee farm and a weird curvy sugarcane farm. So that is fully complete, and pretty happy with it. Alright everyone, so I am going to wrap the episode up here. I got, you know, the two farms that I needed to get done, I got them done, and that's pretty much everything I can ask for. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a little slow. I may sound kind of tired. College is kicking me in the butt right now, so I'm getting a little drained, but hopefully you guys still thought this video was you know, enjoyable. As always, thank you so much for checking out my content. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, it helps me out a lot. I'd love to know you guys' thoughts in the comments, advice or suggestions about what I should do in my next video. And I really appreciate you just watching the video in the first place. So, as always, I'm SandToise. Thank you so much for checking out my channel today, and I'll see you guys next time.